I've missed out, haven't I?
Yeah. You have no fans.
It is no fans.
Netflix hit that everyone is watching, and you know what? We're on the edge of our are we on the edge of our seats?
We're on the edge of our carriage seats.
There we go, waiting for the rest of the season's release. The carriage seats.
If you know, you know.
The carriage seats.
I got the chance to sit down with Bridgerton stars Nicola Coughlan and Luke Newton to chat about their love story so far in the show.
So before we hear what the diamonds of the season had to say, let's take a look at what's to come this season.
We are engaged.
Congratulations on
you so
your
much.
massive success. This has been the gift that keeps on giving.
It's unbelievable. I think like we still it comes in increments and you just still can't process it.
No.
It's been amazing traveling around the world and getting to meet people for the first time, because first 2 seasons it was COVID, so we couldn't promote it the way we wanted to, and then now we have. But I think you see the numbers of people who streamed it, and you know it's in billions of hours rather than millions, and it's like. Wow. It's crazy.
It is unbelievable. Like you say, so say the storylines with Kate and Anthony, with Daphne and Simon, they couldn't do all this promo. But now you're getting this moment. I feel like we're at peak Bridgerton fever. And now it's your guys, it's Penelope and Colin, it's Hollister. How do you feel now being centre stage?
Oh, I don't know. It was kind of something that we'd like joked about at the start. Like we never knew that we'd really get there. We knew the show was being renewed for 4 seasons, so we probably thought season 4 would get there. And then when we got the news during season 2 that we were next, it was kind of just like, give us a bit of time to prepare, watch how the others do it, and then dive into our story. So yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, and tell us about the phone call that you get, because the showrunner rings you and kind of maps it all out for you, right?
We thought it was just like a courtesy call because she was taking over for season 3. We knew that, but I thought she was like checking in.
Yeah.
So to find out that it was going to be us, I actually kind of was like a bit scared. Was my first reaction.
Yeah.
I think you were excited. I was scared.
Yeah, it's crazy. And then now to think that it's weird, like celebrating it in different forms. Like we had we shot it, and it feels quite like private when we do that, like locked away in a studio. And then we celebrated wrapping it, and then we've had a bit of time to work on bits, and then come back and get to promote it and like travel. And it feels like we're getting to the end of the second stage, and then now it's going to be released.
What is lovely, and it's very evident in all the social media content, is the goodwill of the rest of the cast
around
you. It's amazing. It's so palpable. And Julie Andrews as well has reached out. Was it an email? Was it a WhatsApp note? What did you get?
Birthday email from one lady whistles down to the other.
Oh,
I know, right?
Yes.
And someone said recently, did you print it out and frame it? And I was like, I'm so stupid, I haven't done that yet. But I definitely should.
You haven't been home yet.
This is true.
Get a chance.
I haven't been home in months. Yeah.
Let's talk about the spicier, steamier scenes of the show. The reactions have been so funny online. What have you made of it?
It's been so funny. We were like also really creative as well. Like, the stuff that they make is so clever.
I love the one. Did I send you the one that was the girl that she was literally listening through her neighbour's wall?
Yeah. They're watching it. Yeah. It's funny because like there's so much more to come in the show.
Oh my
like,
god, yeah.
That's the thing, and that's why it's really nice that there's the split release, because it means people have really appreciated and focused on that moment. Whereas if everything had come out all at once, you're kind of like overwhelmed by the whole show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's exciting.
So you finally kind of had this big embrace.
Yeah.
Is it more awkward because you're such good pals now, having already shot 2 seasons, or is it easier? Because you often hear from actors, we shot the most intimate scene on the first day. We barely knew each other. So was it easier, or how did it work out for you guys?
I'm gonna fix it. One right there.
Oh, this is almost like the camera
There you go.
for us. Oh my god.
Nick's so good with that. If anyone
I know, I'm always picking hairs off people.
Yeah.
No, it actually made it easier. I think in season 2 we knew throughout the whole thing pretty much it was us next. So the more time you have to think about it, the more you panic. But then when we got to it, we just were both really committed to it and wanted to make it the best we could make it. So I think because we had good trust within one another, and it's very vulnerable to do that kind of stuff. But if you have a good friend that you're like, I've got your back, you've got mine, then you can just go for it.
Yeah, and we've read that you had asked for a PG version. Did that ever, for family and friends to watch, but did that ever come to fruition?
I convinced myself. I would have sworn to the Pope that I had gotten a PG version, but I did not.
But you figured out a way to get one, haven't you? You sit with your mum, you hit the fast forward button through like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
or
Mum
whatever.
hasn't seen the character. She's seen Colin getting in, us having a chat, one kiss, and then him proposing, and that's what she's seen.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how I'm going to avoid her seeing.
Part 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can't wait for sure. Very brave of you, the way you've put your head above the parapet, in a sense, with always wearing your
Absolutely.
pin, your
Yeah.
Artists for Ceasefire.
Yeah.
Why was it so important for you to do it on such a public stage?
Yeah, a multitude of reasons, honestly. I think like it's such a funny world in which, you know, I'm in the show, which I love. I love celebrating it. I've been working on it for years. I'm so happy to release it. But then I'm so aware of what's happening in Gaza. And my dad was a UN aid worker with the Irish Army, so he was at the UNTSO. My family lived in Jerusalem in the late 70s. And it's just really tough to watch what's going on there and turn a blind eye to it. And I just don't feel like I can. And a lot of people go, well, how can I help? How will a hashtag help? How will anything? And I just think in a very practical sense, a lot of eyes are on me right now because of this show, which is amazing. But if I can turn that into some good for raising money for a cause, for, you know, highlighting the voices of aid workers or people that are in Rafah right now, why wouldn't I do that? You know, and a fundraiser I started on Instagram, people still want to donate, please do, but it raised like €1.5 million so far. Ariana Grande shared it.
Wow.
Jenna Ortega. So that's just like very practical ways I feel like I can use the goodwill I have right now. Yeah.
You've raised, I read 1.7 million and counting.
Yeah, it's still going up. I can't believe I thought I started it and I was like, if it gets to 10k, I'll be so thrilled. It's for the PCRF, Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. But I was like, if it gets to a little bit, brilliant. But it's got way, way beyond what I thought it was going to.
It's
Yeah, thank you.
You're in the home stretch now. Final leg of the promotional journey. And finally, you get to Galway, Luke.
Yeah!
Please save the best for last. How are you feeling about this, Nicholas? I'm
I
silly.
can't wait. I'm really excited.
So excited.
Yeah. I don't actually know what's in store. It's kind of been kept a bit of a secret
Yeah.
for me to experience it for the first time. I can't wait.
Real Galway girl, Luke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the full
Yeah.
experience.
What is the plan? Can you give us a hint?
It's gonna.
Treat.
So we're taking him around to like my favorite spots in Galway. So he doesn't know yet. So it's gonna be. There will be a Guinness involved at some point. It would be weird if
Definitely.
there wasn't. But he loves a Guinness.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
So do I. To be fair.
Yeah.
And will there be a Supermax?
I just had Supermac for lunch.
What's your
Luke
order?
actually missed it. But
Yeah.
okay, my order is I like the chicken wrap with garlic,
Oh,
chicken wrap with garlic and curry chips.
love it.
I've just had. I did brush my teeth because I didn't want to.
She's got
With
like
the
that,
intermittent
isn't she?
breathe
She's a
curry
good
chips
chef.
on him.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
love that. You're in the Merrion Hotel and it's a Supermax, please.
Beautiful.
delivered.
Like, well, I had like soul last night with a glass of champagne today. I was like, oh, Supermac.
Yeah.
Oh, good
High
on
and
you.
low, you gotta have both.
Good on you. While you're in Galway, will we get any Shamrock's renditions of Cougar Town? Obviously, the hit that the world needed that they didn't really get. Luke, your days as boy band member.
I can't say that that's going to be making a comeback.
I'll get my fiddle out. Go on.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Maybe a few of the dance moves that I've seen.
I know you've told the story before, but please tell us how
So
you
yeah,
brought it to the attention.
we were filming season 2 and there was COVID on set. I actually didn't get it, but there was a few of us quarantined for like 2 weeks. So I was in my flat and I was going nuts, and we decided to do a Bridgerton group quiz for all of us who were in quarantine. And I was writing questions about which cast member did such and such and such and such. And I was googling Luke and I was like, he was in a boy band. He was in a boy band, and I found this like sexy pic of him.
I never knew that's where it originated from, the quiz.
Did you not know?
Yeah,
That's how I found out. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't just sit at home googling.
She leaves that to us.
Yeah,
You do that.
yeah.
But yeah, so I was just like beside myself. I was like, this is amazing. And I'd always thought it would be so funny because we film these ball sequences for like a week at a time.
Yeah.
But I was like, if we could play Cougar Town at one of the balls. So it's in part 1 actually. I can't. They have a video of it somewhere. I'm like begging Netflix to release it at some
Yeah,
point.
I've
but-
seen it. Is there if you look for it? It's there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, I was dancing with Lord Debling, and Colin comes in. It's a very intense moment. He interrupts. So the music is playing as normally is, and then Luke comes in, takes my hands to dance, and then it just kicks in. It's Cougar Town in his ear, and then all the dancers start dancing, and everyone starts cheering.
Yeah, and the intro is really distinct, so I knew like in the
Yes.
first few beats I was like, am I hearing this? And then it was on the speakers, and then everyone's dancing to it. It was amazing.
Oh
honestly.
my goodness.
It was you can't beat a prank like that.
No, it was absolutely class.
I was
And
so nervous doing it.
You said that was worse than filming Pirate Scene.
It was definitely more nerve-wracking. 100%. I
It
was
was like it was weird that day. I remember being like, everyone's on edge. Like everyone
was
around
so
me
on
was
edge.
just like, you're right. Like
I couldn't really look at you, and I was like, he's gonna know. Like,
Yeah.
how would you know?
It's
Amazing.
brilliant. It is,
So
and as I
silly.
said, it is online if people want to dig it up. How do you feel when it's done? When people have watched the season, how are you going to feel when it's someone else's turn?
Well, you still haven't finished it, have you? you finished? You haven't done
I have the last episode left. I haven't watched it
wanted
yet. I'm
to wait
saving it
to share.
because every other season I've seen it all before it's come out.
Yeah.
So I don't know when I'm going to watch it. I mean, I only have like a week left.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't feel sad. I kind
Yeah.
of feel like, I keep using sports analogies, but I do feel like we left it all on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because we committed so hard
We
to
really
it.
did, yeah.
And we got to like literally tour the world and meet
Yeah.
people everywhere.
Yeah.
And see the love that fans have for it. So I don't know.
And amazing that it's always there. You know, like
Yeah.
when you do a piece of theatre and you have to say goodbye to it, it's like gone. But like
Yeah.
it will always be there, streaming on Netflix.
It is on.
Yeah.
Guys, it's been amazing watching, as we said, this meteoric rise for you both.
Thank you so
we wish you
much.
so much better. And we just loved watching you. Thanks.
Thank
Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Gossip as I might, this author cannot tolerate a lie.
We might just have to watch the first part again before it
Or
comes
maybe
out.
just the last minute of the last
Of
episode.
the last episode.
Part 1.
Of episode 4.
Oh, it's
what could
so
you be
good.
talking about, Karen?
They are some. Nicola Coughlan, I think, is one of my favourite people I've ever interviewed in 20 years.
She's fantastic.
She
Done
is so
so well,
sound.
yeah.
And I was worried. I felt like, I hope she doesn't think I'm patronising. But we got a lovely picture at the end. And I was putting my arm around her going, do you know how proud we all are of you? Like, it was almost like she was someone that'd been in my year in school, that we just are witnessing this unbelievable career. Like, I just think she's so approachable and everyone feels
And
like,
what did you
the
think of
best
him?
mates.
He was great.
He's dashing. Nicola brings the crack,
She's
he's
cracking.
Yeah.
a
She's
quieter
excellent.
guy,
But
she does shine.
It's like herself and Saoirse for the Oscar.
Exactly.
Oh,
Gonna
right.
happen.
Wow,
Both
yeah.
of them.